I couldn't think of how to start this video, so I'm just going to start talking and then we'll see how it goes. But first off, we're trying something different today. We're going with the Tyler 1 setup. As you can see, I got the gamer headset. I don't know why I never thought about this. I was just trying to record with the mic. I tried it a little bit and it seems to work already better than this mic that I have that I bought and wasted my money on. But we'll see how it goes. First off, we are talking about the movie Underwater. First, I want to give a quick Warhammer update, just real quick. I have been trying to paint Sons of Malice, and you can't tell, but it has not been going good because I did not know that you can't just put white on black. I made a little Raven Guard dude here. You still can't see him super well, but he doesn't look great. For those who don't know, if you just try and paint white on black models, it comes out really chunky and pasty, and it doesn't look good. So I have got new paints. I don't remember where they are, but I'm going to try them out. And then I got Warp Talons. They're Night Lords. And so we're just trying to figure that out and make it as best as I can. Back to the movie. Let me start this off by saying this movie was pretty good. It wasn't great. I wouldn't give it a 10 out of 10. Let's start off there. But it's definitely over 5. Getting into it real quick, if I was going to rate the movie, I'd probably give it a 7 out of 10, maybe an 8. It was good, but I kind of actually wanted it to be longer. I wanted more of it, especially getting near the end, because that's when it gets really good and really cool. I just wanted more from it. Starting off, Kristen Stewart is the main lead in this movie, one of the main leads. I don't know why, but there's always been not really like controversy, but people haven't liked her for some reason. Like people always like dogpile on her and say that like she's bad. If she's in a movie, oh, it's not going to be good or something. I don't know where that came from or why it is. My guess would be the Twilight movies. People say that she was like bland in those movies and she just showed no emotion. That's kind of true, but at the same time, that's also like, that's the movies. Like, I like the Twilight movies, honestly. I'm not afraid to admit it, but it's like that's how the movies are. Like, if there was a problem with the way she was acting, you would assume the director would have said something. The director wouldn't have hired her for the movie, and especially for all of the movies. Like, if her acting was bland in that movie, I would say it's because of the director. I'm getting off topic. The point is, for some reason, people don't like Kristen Stewart. I think she was very good in this movie. I have never disliked her as an actor. I've never been excited for her if she was in a movie, but I always thought she was, that's cool to see her doing something. In this movie, she does a very good job, I would say. Getting into it real quick, who scared me when I saw him, TJ Miller is in this movie. He had some controversy about him a while back when Deadpool 2 was coming out or when it was being made. I don't know the exact details of why or what the controversy was, but I think it was SA allegations, and so that ain't good. But that is not why I was worried about him in this movie. Why I was worried about him is because he plays the same character that he does in Deadpool. He is the comedic relief character. He is comedic relief in a movie that I did not want comedic relief. I wanted this movie to be suspenseful the whole time, and then he doesn't shut up. Luckily, he's not that bad in this movie. He just, every now and then, he'll say something that'll kind of take you out or ruin the moment in a sense. Like, the tension will be building up, and then he'll say something stupid, and it'll just drop back down. It's like, okay. And I understand why they do that sometimes in horror movies because you don't want it to be tense for all the. You have to give the audience a little break every now and then from the tension, and then you build it back up, and that's That's how horror movies work sometimes. I just think they needed to tone him down a little bit less in this movie. Luckily, spoiler, small spoiler, he doesn't make it to the end of the movie. So if you don't like him in the movie, like I did, he's not going to be there the whole time. Getting into the movie itself, I thought this was a really good movie. Like I said, I'd probably rate it a 7, maybe an 8 out of 10. It's a slow burn at first, and then it builds up pretty quick. No, it's not. This movie starts off immediately, like right when you start. You see Kristen Stewart just in the locker room doing something, and then immediately something happens, something major happens, and he immediately puts everyone in a panic. So the movie doesn't give you a heads up of, hey, here's what's going on. This is where we're at. This is whatever. It kind of gives you an introduction, but it immediately starts you off. And I liked it. I think it did that in a really good way. There's always something going on in this movie. There's never really any like slow moments. There are slower moments compared to the very fast, tense, jump scare stuff, but nothing that like puts you to sleep or anything. It's all done very well. The only thing I would say that is iffy sometimes is the camera work, but that's only when they're in like tight corridors or really tight spaces. And, you can see the camera like someone is holding the camera and it gets kind of shaky sometimes because they like have the camera here and then pan over to this person and you can see it, you know. So that was a small thing I noticed, but it doesn't do that all the time. Most of the time, the camera work is great. That's pretty much all I got for stuff that's not spoilers. So getting into spoilers, I'm just gonna jump to the end really quick. Cthulhu shows up, and it was very, very cool because I love Cthulhu. I love the Cthulhu mythos and everything surrounding that with all the older gods and the outer gods and everything. You got Cthulhu, you got Dagon, you got Yog-Sothoth, Azathoth, Shub-Niggurath, Nyarlathotep. Just all of them are so cool. I just love that. Now, the problem I have with Cthulhu in this movie is they do what Cthulhu movies do all the time, and I hate it. And that is they don't give you more. They don't explain more to you. They don't explain why he's there, what he's doing there. They're just big monster comes up from the ocean. And it's like, ooh, that's not good. And then that's that. They don't say major spoiler for this movie, but also a setup to the movie. So it's like, this is happening. So they are on a big drill site at the bottom of the ocean in near the Mariana Trench. And apparently Cthulhu's just been there. He's just been chilling there for a while and people knew about it. And it's like, hold on, hold on, hold on. First off, they knew Cthulhu was there and they were still drilling and doing stuff. And we don't know anything about that. We don't know how they found Cthulhu. We don't know what happened when they found Cthulhu. Like, thinking about it realistically, like, they go and bring all the stuff down from the ocean and build this big ass drill and build all this shit. And Cthulhu is just there, just chilling. It's like, huh? So I don't understand that part of the movie. I want them to explain more of that stuff to me. I want to know more about Cthulhu in the movie. And unfortunately, they don't give it to us. But if you're looking for just a good underwater horror movie, this is a really good one. This one has everything. It's got scary sea monsters, it's got claustrophobia, it's got fear of drowning, it's got all that stuff, all the stuff you love in water movies. My two favorite kinds of horror movies are space movies and underwater movies. I think they're the easiest scenes to make horror movies for. Just being there is scary by itself. So you just throw in some random monster and it immediately bumps it up super high. Another thing that I did see is after I finished watching the movie, I went to YouTube and tried to look up a ending explained video for the movie, and I found out apparently there's an alternate ending, but it's nothing major. It's big spoiler for the ending again. In the end of the movie, Kristen Stewart is at the bottom of the drill. She sends two people up in the escape pod, and then hers doesn't work. And then Cthulhu and all the sea creature things are going up trying to catch the escape pods before they can get to the surface. So, what Kristen Stewart does is overloads the drill and blows it up. In the alternate ending, she somehow gets the escape pod working and then shoots up, and that's the end. That's all it was. It was like a 50-second clip. Either way, whichever ending you watch, both of them just leave me wanting more from the movie. That is my biggest complaint with the movie is I just want more of it, which is a good complaint to have. I wish they would make more movies like this. I just love movies like this so much. That's pretty much all I got. This was a very good movie. I had a good time watching it. I liked it. Like I said, T.J. Miller took me out a little bit. Who was really good, real quick, was Vincent Cassel. He plays Captain Lucian, and he was man. If that guy was my captain, I'd do what he orders. The first time you see him, another spoiler, real quick. First time you see him is he's in the bay with all the escape pods, and they're all gone. So Kristen Stewart and them come in, and they're like, "What are you still doing here? Why didn't you take the escape pod and go up?" This man says the captain must go down with his ship. And immediately when I said that, I was like, "Ooh, I like this guy. This guy is good. He's going to be a good character." And he was. He was a very good character. He did such a good job. Uh, Honestly, the whole cast did a good job. I think all of them were great. But anyways, I liked the movie. It was a good movie. If you haven't seen it, go and watch it. I really recommend it. Uh, that's about it. Have a good one.